Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker and I'm feeling a little sick. Not physically, mind you. Physically I'm doing okay, but once again my brain has decided to mess with me, and it's doing so in the form of creating this sense of, I guess the best way to put it is long-lasting dread and paranoia. Like I don't know where it came from, but I have been going through some steps to try to take care of it. Before we talk about that at length, let's go ahead and roll for our soundtrack choice. Alright, jazz soundtrack again. If we get that a third time in a row, then I'll pick after the next one. That's right, Cecil. You heard me. Alright, so we tried to do Bladed Vine alongside Fueled Berserk. Wasn't quite everything I had hoped for, but there's a part of it that might also be just the build in general. Like, it's really important to have good ranged control, and especially when you're playing with the retro floor plan. And I believe the control that I was playing with was just So, there you go, there's that. So this time, I'm going to try... I'm curious as to how spark contact works with this, but I told myself earlier I was going to do Wind Slash, so we're going to do Fueled Berserk and Wind Slash. And then I think we're going to... We're going to go Fire Breath, and then hopefully we'll get some good range control while we're going along. The rest of the build is going to stay more or less the same, because I want to distract enemies' attention with Frost Feint. I want to obviously have Fueled Berserk, otherwise there's no point to this run, since this is still the Fueled Berserk spotlight. And Flame Breath will just work out nicely with the Dark Katana. But we're going to have to be mindful to make sure that we've got some proper... range control this time. Because now we have it so that both our basic and our signature are melee and using the multiplied critical table. Now we just need to have ranged control so that we can keep threats kind of at arm's length, so to speak. Only approach when we're ready to approach. Seems to be the idea that Nox is taking with the retro floor plan. Those of you who are new to the channel, first of all, welcome. It's nice to have you here. Second of all, to explain why I like the retro floor plan so much. I use it because I know having the number of enemies in any particular encounter doubled is not necessarily fun, especially when they have powerful abilities like the level 3 Earth Knights and Lancers, or just the level 3 Earth enemies in general. They're all awful. But the reason why I do it is because, one, it solves money problems, because you're essentially, like, in theory, you're getting double your money for every encounter, so you end up having plenty of money to handle the rest of the run. And two, I kind of like the challenge of it. That's it. So now, where do we start? Sky Palace seems like it would be the right place to start, but I think, because of what I just said about the difficulty of the level 3 Earth Mooks, I kind of want to get them out of the way first so they don't get powerful. And I know my luck. I have not done a run in a while without seeing Atlas, and he almost always shows up at rank 3. And I won't lie, his Mooks kick my ass. Alright. Oh, it's the original crew. Alright, well, the speed at which this moves and the movement that you have is really nice. Okay, that was awful. Alright, so the movement, the attack speed, all of that is really nice. But I'm seeing a pretty immediate problem, which is the very short range. Which, I mean, against bosses, that'll just kind of be whatever. But yeah, against other things, that's gonna be... Yeah, that range is killer. And I'm definitely thinking that I've done something wrong here, majorly. Now I need to play things just a little bit more carefully. Okay. I think the best thing I can buy here is a health potion. Now I'm going to have to play this like super careful. Because I can't be affording to let my health get that low and to have to buy that many health potions. So how are things looking so far? Well, damage and movement for the Fueled Berserk Wind Slash combo is nice. And the attack speed, in combination with how the damage on this one works, again, really nice. Range, on the other hand, is where I'm running into issues. So, here's the thing, I really like Glass Cannon, but considering how badly I got whooped, I'm not sure if it's the wisest choice to take. Definitely. Cyclone Boomerang is going to be nice ranged control. Is it worth taking? Maybe, maybe not. Hard to say. Earthen Aegis is also a maybe. Having orbitals is really nice. Honestly, I think that might be my best bet. Alright. And now let's do something a little bit different. Go ahead and grab that. So now we have 8% Arcana cooldown, and 10% damage. Yeah, there's something I don't care about. I think I'm gonna aim for something other than Cyclone Boomerang. And yes, I took way too much damage on this floor. That is unacceptable. Okay, the super short range on Wind Slash actually makes this really hard. It could also just be that I'm not playing particularly well, like... I'm aware of some of the mistakes I'm making. Like, I'm not dodging very much. Also, this doesn't block as many attacks as I would like. Like, I'm just saying this. And with Lancers capable of outranging the Aegis Ring, I kinda wonder, because they're some of the most dangerous ones. I guess what I'm really trying to say is mistakes were made, and I need to reevaluate the way I'm playing. So instead of just charging in at people and just hoping that they die before I do, maybe it's time to try playing intelligently instead. I'm gonna grab that. Definitely seemed to work against that rogue, though, so maybe the problem is just my own positioning? Tapping gloves will help quite a bit, though. That I can guarantee. I gotta say, the damage is looking pretty nice on this one. And yes, I'm aware that's after a couple of damage increases, but still. Even before, the damage was looking like it was something worth respecting. So now we'll see how well this works against Atlas. I mean, we already have ourselves a really good setup with Earthen Aegis. It's control, I'll grab it. It's not going to be the most effective thing in the world against Zeal and her fire enemies, but it's something. Alright, before I just grab the Fueled Berserk upgrade, let's wait and see if either Nocturne or Dr. Song show up. Because if they do, I can definitely give them something to hopefully help out. Yeah, this is one of the hell rooms I was talking about in one of my other videos. Rooms where there's very little walking space and the enemies all have this ridiculous range on you. Yeah, that one room, it was enough to basically erase all the progress I had made in trying to get back my health. Yeah, I'm starting to think that I might just be playing very poorly. Might have been the case for Bladed Vine as well, although I do think this has greater potential than the Bladed Vine combo. I must admit, I am just kinda getting my ass kicked. Take, and we absolutely need this just to survive. And now we can afford to grab this. Which now the burst of flame from the upgraded Fueled Berserk will actually help out quite a bit. Okay, so Vampire's Fangs are helping out quite a bit, especially in conjunction with the tiny crocodile horns. I hope that's enough to keep me going. Admittedly, I'm feeling a little bit less confident, especially after that Bladed Vine run, which I still think there's an issue with Bladed Vine, and it might not be a bug, it might just be that's how Bladed Vine was intended to work with Fueled Berserk, where after you upgrade it, the last hit, because of its elongated nature, actually delays when the goody. So many things here I like. So I'm going to actually wait to pick up anything here until I've seen what Iris has for sale, because there's probably going to be some prioritizing needed. Now, what I really want to see is how well this works after Wind Slash gets upgraded. But it seems like the game has other plans for that. Oh, there's Lancers there. That's why I was getting hit. And yes, I know while I'm feeling this super elevated level of anxiety, I probably shouldn't be doing something like this, which is clearly overstimulating my senses, but thing is, for some reason, I do find gaming to be relaxing when it is a game like this. Like this, doing something like this, making a video that like, it all helps. I don't know why, just also the idea of doing something creative, like, that all helps me for some reason, even when it does seem like it should be overtaxing my senses. Actually, she doesn't have anything I want. She's absolutely refusing to help me upgrade my last couple of Arcana. Just seems very rude on the whole. Oh, this we want. Alright, so now we're going to take Assassin's Blade. And I think it's pertinent that we take something else defensive. Admittedly, that could have gone better, but I was also getting a little full of myself. It's interesting that even without the Wind Slash upgrade, this still feels really strong. Now we just need to get the Wind Slash upgrade and see if this kind of like Wind Slash Fueled Berserk combo absolutely shreds House with this critical build like I think. You know, it's funny that I bring up the things that are supposed to make me feel relaxed, because I was... Now, admittedly, I'm going to go back and do a little bit more of it, because I think it will ultimately help, but I was listening to a guided meditation video earlier. And I understand what it was supposed to be doing, but the whole time I was listening to it, I was getting to a part where they were like, you know, feel the relaxation spread. Damn it. Feel the relaxation spread through this part of your body, through this part of your body, and my stupid moron, like, cynical brain was going, but what about the penis? Can I feel the relaxation spread through my penis? And the whole time I was going, okay, this probably isn't. I was following all the directions. I had my eyes closed. I was focusing strictly on the voice of the narrator. Nope, cynical brain would not let me, you know, take it seriously. So I'm gonna try a couple more and see if it helps at all. But at the moment, I'm just thinking my cynical brain isn't gonna let me do this right. I hope I'm wrong about that, though. At the moment, the only methods for relaxation that seem to do anything for me are basically just, you know, just the things that I do to keep myself distracted on a generalized basis. And I would like for there to be something else that I can use to help keep me centered throughout the day. Ah, shit. Yeah, this run in and of itself should be enough proof to show you that I am absolutely not great with melee builds. But I am trying because I want to show you guys how these things work. Yeah, definitely looking forward to doing Stone Shot and Bouncing Blaze, because last time I did Fueled Berserk plus Ranged, it worked out pretty well, and that was Volt Disc. That I kind of liked. Oh, there we go. She finally offered me something that I was looking for. Okay, I would like for her to take that. But if she doesn't, I have a backup. Yep, she took the Aegis. Oh, but critical placebos, that'll help. Now let's go back. I don't really care about that, but I do care about Cardus Prime. Just switch one orbital for another, and here we go. And yes, as I predicted, the damage on this is fantastic. There's just one problem: you gotta survive to use it. That's the problem that I'm having, even with the Vampire's Eyeglass. No, I don't even have the Vampire's Eyeglass. I have the Vampire's Fangs. No thanks. Lord. Y'all yet understand why I say it's important to have some kind of range control? I have exactly one ranged control option, and I am just getting destroyed. And also, it was Elemental Summoners, so... Oh hey, Vampire's Eyeglasses. Okay, I'm hoping that this actually allows me to survive. There's a part of me that's just not sure, though. I have just been getting stomped this entire run. And yet, I have to understand that that might not necessarily all be me. It could be the idea that I'm playing with the... It could be that I'm playing with the retro floor plan, and there's just a lot that can happen on any given run. So I might not need to necessarily be so harsh on myself. I could try understanding that I am playing the game in a very difficult way. Maybe that's what I need to be doing. Alright, so on a grading scale, Wind Slash plus Fueled Berserk range gets like a D. It tried. Speed is definitely a little bit higher up on the scale, so it's definitely a very fast striking one, especially after it gets upgraded. That damage is It's just nice. And movement, you don't usually get a lot of movement out of Fueled Berserk combos, so this earns it's movement about what you would expect. Also, I gotta admit, I'm not used to having this much health. Like, I don't even know what I should do with this amount of health. Should I, like, throw a party or something? You spend the entire run getting used to having nothing to work with, then all of a sudden the game's like, have at it! Now I don't know what to do. There we go. Damn! Dude, this is, like, impressive on the level of bolt rail damage. I'm really liking this. Okay, yeah, this definitely deserves mention. Wind Slash plus Fueled Berserk. This one is good. Yeah, it might not have as much range as Bladed Vine, but oh my goodness, it's... like, there's something about it that's just capable of getting the job done on a much more consistent level. And yes, now that I've played this, I think that little break in between the last hit of a combo on Bladed Vine and the first hit is definitely making more of a difference. Like, I still say Bladed Vine is better for non-Fueled Berserk runs, but for Fueled Berserk so far, I'm really liking Bolt Rail and Wind Slash. I would say with Wind Slash, though, you're going to have a better time once you get it upgraded. And that's it. That is the episode, so... hopefully you guys enjoyed. Admittedly, I do feel a little bit better. I'm hoping a little while longer of some guided imagery will at least have me feeling more or less up to par, and I don't have to worry about what's going on in my head anymore. For a while, anyway. So, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate your continued support, and you coming to spend some free time with me when I know you have so many other things you could be doing. Do the usual, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker.